Lost in a Fairy Tale, Unraveling the Magic. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of English language learning. Today, we're exploring a beautiful and evocative phrase, lost in a fairy tale. This phrase conjures up images of magic, mystery, and adventure, doesn't it? But what does it really mean? And how can we use it in our everyday English conversations? Let's find out together. Lost in a fairy tale is a metaphorical expression that paints a vivid picture in our minds. To be lost typically means to be unable to find one's way, but in this context, it's more about being engrossed or deeply absorbed in something. A fairy tale, on the other hand, is a story filled with magical elements, heroes, and adventures, often with a moral lesson at its heart. When someone says they're lost in a fairy tale, they're usually expressing a sense of being caught up in an enchanting or idealized experience. It can imply that they're experiencing something so wonderful or captivating that it feels unreal, just like the magical world of a fairy tale. This phrase can be used in various contexts, both literally and figuratively. Here are a few examples. Describing an experience. When someone is having an incredibly positive and almost magical experience, they might say they feel like they're lost in a fairy tale. For instance, walking through a beautifully lit garden at night might evoke such a feeling. Escaping reality. It can also refer to moments when someone is so engrossed in a book, movie, or their own daydreams that they temporarily escape reality. It's like being transported to another world, much like the characters in fairy tales. Romantic situations. Often, this phrase is used to describe romantic scenarios that feel too good to be true. If a couple is experiencing love that feels like it's straight out of a fairy tale, they might use this phrase to describe their feelings. Let's see how this phrase can be integrated into sentences. Walking through the ancient, moonlit streets of the city, I felt like I was lost in a fairy tale. Their wedding was so perfect and beautiful, it was like we were all lost in a fairy tale for a day. He was so engrossed in the book that he was completely lost in a fairy tale, oblivious to the world around him. Understanding and using phrases like lost in a fairy tale can add a layer of richness and depth to your English communication. It's not just about the words themselves, but the images and feelings they evoke. We hope this exploration has opened up a new, magical dimension of English for you. Remember, language learning is an adventure, much like a fairy tale itself. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to our next linguistic journey together. Happy learning!